how are these different types of confidentiality typically regulated? And I ask that because, if somebody in the mediation, thinking about this insider-outsider confidentiality, for example, somebody, does share some information with a colleague, a loved one, someone in the street, how is that regulated?
All right, so if we look at outsider confidentiality, I think, a good mediator, if there's going to be a likelihood of people wanting to talk with others, for example, in an organizational context, right, or even in a family context, a mediator will talk through the issues. And it might be that the parties then say, well, it's okay to talk to the family, or in fact, we do want a communication protocol about the mediation to go out to the organisation, right? And so, particularly with insider-outsider confidentiality, while you want a general rule to know what's, what your rights and obligations are around that, parties might want to make some exceptions to suit their case. But I think you need a base rule that's, pretty much the same for everyone, so you know what your starting point is. So I think a good mediator will talk through those issues, and a good regulation is one that allows parties to vary or make some exceptions to that. The reality is that even if people breach the insider-outsider confidentiality duty, unless someone else finds out about it, such as the other side, and unless they can show that there's been some damage, it's unlikely that there'll be that somebody will be able to take action against a person who has breached their confidentiality. Yeah. There are some exceptions in Austria. I think in their legislation they have a provision which imposes a penalty, certain number of penalty units for. I can't remember if it's a mediator or even someone else in the room, but basically for a breach of confidentiality, there's a penalty unit.